Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I'm really happy you found us, and if you've been with Soul Screen for a while, you already know what we do here. We don't just talk about K-dramas, we feel them, we debate them, we overthink them, and sometimes we get way too emotionally attached. And today, I think a lot of you are going to feel exactly what I'm feeling right now. Let me ask you something honestly. Who here has been missing Park Shin Hye? Like really missing her? Not just seeing her name in articles, but actually watching her disappear into a character, make you forget she's Park Shin Hye, and pull you into a story. Because if that's you, then you might want to sit down for this one. Her new drama, Undercover Miss Hong, is officially coming, and there is so much to unpack. After her appearance in The Judge from Hell in 2024, Park Shin Hye is making a full-on drama comeback with Undercover Miss Hong, and this time she's stepping into a genre we don't always get to see her in. Office comedy. But not just any office comedy. This one comes with undercover missions, financial crimes, identity switching, and a very intriguing male lead played by Go Kyung Pyo. Yes, that Go Kyung Pyo. So today, I want to talk about the story, the cast, the vibe, why this drama could be a sleeper hit, and also some concerns I personally have. And most importantly, I want to hear what you think. So as you're listening, keep forming your opinions, because I'll be asking you some questions along the way. Let's start with the premise, because honestly, this is where Undercover Miss Hong already gets interesting. The story is set in the late 1990s, which is a detail I absolutely love. There's something about late 90s Korea settings that immediately adds texture to a drama. No smartphones, no instant messaging, no social media receipts. Everything feels slower, more dangerous, and more personal. And in this world, we meet Hong Geum-bo. Hong Geum-bo is not your typical drama heroine. She's in her 30s, an elite financial supervisory officer, highly trained, highly intelligent, and very experienced. This already feels refreshing, because how often do we get female leads in K-dramas who are competent professionals without needing to be saved every 5 minutes? But here's the twist. She has to go undercover. To investigate suspicious money flows inside a securities company, Hong Geum-bo disguises herself as a 20-something entry-level employee named Hong Jang-mi. Imagine that for a second. A woman in her 30s pretending to be much younger, navigating office hierarchy from the bottom, while secretly investigating financial corruption. If you've ever worked in an office, you already know how stressful that sounds even without the undercover part. And this is where the comedy and tension naturally come in. Because let's be real, pretending to be inexperienced when you're actually an expert is exhausting. You have to hold back, play dumb, make mistakes on purpose, and watch people underestimate you. And I'm really curious to see how Park Shin Hye handles this duality. The sharp, elite officer versus the awkward rookie employee. Now enter Shin Jong-woo, played by Go Kyung Pyo. He's the new CEO of Hanmin Securities, but he's not your typical polished, morally upright CEO character. He's described as a brilliant management consultant and also a corporate raider. Someone who genuinely believes that the only honest thing in the world is numbers. Not people. Not emotions. Just numbers. That line alone tells you so much about his character. He's someone who will do whatever it takes to achieve his goals, and morally gray characters like this are always more interesting to watch. And then, of course, fate does what fate always does in K-dramas. He meets Hong Jang-mi, and he's shocked, because she looks exactly like someone he once loved. Now let's pause here, because this part could go in a lot of directions. Is this a past love from his younger days? Is it a lost love? Is it someone connected to his trauma? Or is this going to be one of those cases where the resemblance messes with his judgment and emotions? Personally, I hope the drama handles this carefully. The "she looks like someone I loved" trope can either add emotional depth or feel a bit overused, depending on execution. But if done right, it could really complicate their relationship in a good way. Imagine falling for someone while projecting unresolved feelings from the past onto them, all while that person is secretly investigating you. That's messy. And messy is good for drama. Now let's talk about the casting, because this pairing is honestly fascinating. Park Shin Hye as Hong Geum-bo feels like a very intentional choice. Over the years, she's evolved so much as an actress. From youthful, emotional roles to more mature, grounded characters. This role sits right at that intersection. She needs to be authoritative and competent as Geum-bo, but also convincingly youthful and awkward as Jang-mi. That's not easy. If anyone can pull it off naturally, it's her. Go Kyung Pyo, on the other hand, has always been great at balancing charm and unpredictability. He can be funny without trying too hard, and he can also make morally ambiguous characters feel human rather than villainous. I think his chemistry with Park Shin Hye is going to be one of the biggest talking points once the drama airs. And then we have supporting cast members like Ha Yoon Kyung as Go Bak Hee and Cho Han Jae-al as Alberto. While we don't have a lot of details about their roles yet, the names alone suggest we're getting a mix of local and possibly international corporate influences, which fits perfectly with a securities company setting. Another major reason people are excited about this drama is the director, Park Shin Hye. This is the same director behind Business Proposal, Suspicious Partner, and Brewing Love. If you've seen those dramas, you already know his style. He knows how to balance romance, comedy, and pacing. He understands timing, especially comedic timing, which is crucial for an office comedy. This gives me a lot of confidence, because even if the plot gets complicated with financial investigations, undercover operations, and emotional backstories, a good director can keep everything accessible and entertaining. Now let's talk about the genre itself. Office comedy set in the 1990s, mixed with undercover investigation and romance. That's not something we see every day. And honestly, I think that's why this drama has potential. However, I do have one concern, and I want to know if you feel the same way. Sometimes, office comedies lean too heavily into cliches. Over-the-top bosses, exaggerated misunderstandings, slapstick humor that feels outdated. I really hope Undercover Miss Hong doesn't fall into that trap. The premise is smart. The characters are layered. I want the comedy to come from situations and character dynamics, not forced jokes. Another thing I'm curious about is how seriously the drama will treat the financial crime aspect. Will it just be a background plot to support romance, or will it actually matter? Personally, I'd love to see the investigation play a strong role, making the stakes real and the tension believable. Undercover Miss Hong is scheduled to premiere on January 17, 2026, on TVN, airing every Saturday and Sunday at 9:10 p.m. Korea Standard Time, taking over the slot previously occupied by Pro Bono. That weekend slot is competitive, which tells me TVN has confidence in this project. So now I want to turn this over to you. Are you excited to see Park Shin Hye back in a leading role like this? How do you feel about the undercover office comedy concept? Do you think the 1990s setting will add depth, or do you worry it might feel gimmicky? And most importantly, are you here for this Park Shin Hye and Go Kyung Pyo pairing, or are you still undecided? Let me know everything in the comments. I read them all, and I genuinely love seeing how differently we all experience the same drama news. If you enjoyed this discussion, make sure you're subscribed to Soulscreen, because once Undercover Miss Hong starts airing, you know we'll be breaking down episodes, characters, and all the moments that make us laugh, scream, or pause the screen to process our emotions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.